As soon as I found a bloody moment to get some sleep, A-Net released Q&A and content roadmap for upcoming 2 months, and therefore I am still awake. They started from repeating their previous Q&A talking about how they plan on releasing expansions more frequently and for lower price, instead of dropping something big and grogging off to bloody Narnia. The LDR of their new content policy is that we will get an expansion roughly every year and some content that be story, strike and a fractal and open world map throughout the year, plus whatever they churn out and decide to release in the meantime. They also specified that neither the studio nor the game are dying and that dev team grew, keeps growing and will keep growing. To which they generously added the list of all features that were implemented during post-EOD period to hammer in the point that despite game being low on content releases, time wasn't wasted. What they also stated is that Delve's story arc will conclude during summer this year, and therefore we can expect next expansion to appear either late this year or early 2024. To which must be added their sweet paragraph about combat features. For unaware and uneducated, developing a new elite spec every year will quickly blow out the sun, as we already have 27 elite specs. Balancing them all is already a nightmare, and if they keep adding more every year, CMC will drink himself to death. Not to mention, there is only so much specs you can make for a single class before repetition kicks in, and what comes out of the oven are soulless disappointments. Therefore, our goal is to further augment the combat options for each profession by adding new tools to their arsenal and by lifting constraints that will unlock an unprecedented number of playstyle customization options, while keeping the feel of Guild Wars 2 combat true to its origins. What can we expect from adding new tools and lifting constraints to unlock playstyle options are core class adjustments. They will probably look carefully at what already exists and retouch every spec trait line after trait line to weed out unusable and unfun traits and replacing them with something better. Also, I'd expect new weapons being added to the game. After all, new weapons equal more toys for players to enjoy and more skins for A-Net to sell. Rare circumstance where everyone wins. Going further with the post. On June 6th, we will get Dragon Bash, another update to World v World rewards, and in-game option to prevent your allies from triggering your epilepsy if you have one. And after that update, on June 27th, we get another balance update, which is apparently set to focus on improving the gameplay for many boon support builds to have more flexibility in their utility skill choice, introducing alternate playstyle to some specializations, tuning up some underutilized weapons and solidifying their roles within their professions, and removing additional skill type specific recharge reduction traits and rolling the reduction into baseline skills where it makes sense to do so. You can probably understand why am I excited about this, or at least you can pretend. To top the post up, they went about how transition from DX9 to DX11 has been completed. They are currently disposing of legacy code and preparing future system upgrades for optimization and better graphics. The preparations to make World v World something more than PvE with occasional wpierdol continue and were scheduled for summer this year. Last but not least, they have shown off what one of the concept artists did in 5 minutes with a Sharpie. Crabface out.